used to want to kill the talentless so-called artists," said Baroness Troutbeck. "But now I want instead to fill the tumbrils with the critics, the dealers, the curators, and all the rest of the charlatans and dunderheads peddling trash in the name of contemporary art." She paused for a moment, tugged absent-mindedly on the massive rope of jet that stood out starkly against her voluminous red caftan, reached for her glass, and had another sip. "Not forgetting, of course, all those who wrecked the art colleges and chucked out into the world generations proud to be untutored and unskilled. The gullible little wretches were convinced that you could be an artist without being able to paint, draw, or sculpt, or, for that matter, know anything at all about painting, drawing, or sculpture, or beauty." She took another sip, nodded approvingly, settled herself more comfortably in her vast green leather armchair, and beamed at her friends. "These martinis really are excellent, don't you think? Sometimes it's a bit of a chore being chairman of Featherstone Huffs, but if it means you have somewhere you can rely on getting decent food and drink, it's worth putting in the effort." "I still prefer vodka martinis, Jack," said Mary Lou Dinsmore. "You really must grow out of your filthy American habits, Mary Lou. Vodka is for people without taste buds, which of course sadly all Americans are. Martinis are to gin as Roman Catholicism is to the Pope." She frowned. "Well, to Roman Catholic popes, that is. These days there's no guarantee that a pope will necessarily be a Catholic. I expect that in the interests of inclusiveness there will be a call for the next one to be a Wiccan, single, lesbian mother on benefits. Perhaps I should offer myself as a compromise candidate." She took yet another sip, smacked her lips appreciatively, and smiled seraphically. "Now, apropos the gin, it's absolutely vital that you choose either—" "Oh, shut up, Jack," said Mary Lou. "Get back to business. Why are you allowing the artists to live? What happened to your plan to have Damien Hirst pickled in formaldehyde and called The Physical Impossibility of Producing Art If You've No Fucking Talent?" "I dithered a bit about this. I was tempted by the alternative of having him cut in half, dangling the bits from a gibbet and calling the result Hanged for a Calf." Ellis Pooley raised an inquiring eyebrow. "You're losing me, Jack. I've heard of Damien Hirst and know he made money out of a dead shark, but that's about it. Where does a calf come into it?" "What sheltered lives you must lead at Scotland Yard." "For God's sake, Ellis," broke in Robert Amiss, "how can you be married to Mary Lou, the thinking man's crumpet?" beamed the Baroness. "Stop stealing old jokes, Jack," said Mary Lou. "That one dates from the 70s. "The old ones are the best, Mary Lou. Like Joan Bakewell, the prototype. Dreadful lefty, and had an affair with that ghastly Sued Harold Pinter, but so very fanciable, even now." "As I was saying," said Amiss, "how Ellis can you be married to the culture industry's iconic broadcaster and not know anything about art?" "I know quite a bit about art," said Pooley indignantly. "Decent art, that is. I just ignore most modern art because I'm too busy to waste my time looking at rubbish." "Can't argue with that," said the Baroness. "Mary Lou, you're paid to comment on crap. Explain Hirst to your husband." Mary Lou sighed. "If I must. Ellis, you know about the YBAs?" "No?" "Oh, stop it, Ellis," said Amiss. "I know you're a fogey, but now you're sounding like an octogenarian judge." Mary Lou patted her husband's hand. "The young British artists, hon, Hirst and Tracy Emin and so on, the ones who made Brit art big business over the last couple of decades." "Oh, them! Yes, of course. Emin's that dreadful woman who made a fortune from her filthy bed." "That's the one, darling, complete with empty vodka bottles, condoms, tampons, and much else you'd rather not think about before dinner." "Or even afterwards," said Pooley. "The egregious Tracy specialises in what you might call the cartography of the knicker stain," said the Baroness grimly. "They were presenting that sort of trash as art in 100 art colleges years ago, but Emin was so noisy and shameless she attracted attention. And, of course, the vandals of the art world took her up. They like them loud and disgusting. It's épaté les bourgeois."